And how did it felt for you? And you come from the country where probably and for sure they do this to all other activists, to try all the ways to silence you. Probably they weren't following you all the time, what you were doing, who you were meeting with. How difficult was for you to leave the country?
I don't think that I will leave the country in that situation. Normally, if they sentence me like 3 or 5 years, I will decide that I will stay in prison enough time and then I will continue like fighting. But when they sentenced me up to 10 years, I think that this the first time they convicted someone like that. Before that, it's just like 3, 5, or 7 years. But 10 years, that's the moment I think about my family. If I fight for my daughter, my son, but they will grow up, the more special time for a kid, they teenager and become major. But I will not be there with them. So what I fight for? So I decide that I will leave the country in that situation. And then I think that if I have a chance to like have the other, I have many friends, they live outside the country. But for my case, they fight for me. We fight over the Vietnamese blogger network, and it worked for my case. So if I have to leave, I will be like to be another chance for the other people still fighting in Vietnam. So that's it, how I think.
What happened with the movement after they asked you to close the blog and not do the activities outside? All those people that were supporting you, what happened with that movement? Was the other way that they will continue, or it was no movement anymore?
The movement goes down after my arrest. The movement goes down. And you know that if the government have more power and more strength, because they know how to deal with the international community, it means that the movement sometimes go up and go down, go up and go down. It depends on the political circumstance around the world also. So when I was arrested, the movement goes down. And now the human rights situation in Vietnam is getting worse than before. Before they just arrested the activists like me. But now they can arrest anyone with any issue. And they seem not to be afraid of the international communities anymore. So I think that it's getting worse.